are live.
Hey, welcome everybody to another edition of Truly Inconsequential. Got my homeboy, Mr. Greer.
Hello, hello.
And of course, myself, Old Brimstone. For those of you who don't know, make sure to check us out every single week, Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for a brand new episode of what? The Grindhouse Radio. So, what do you call it? We do this little show called Truly Inconsequential. For those of you who are tuning in for the first time, essentially not all characters are created equal. And the two of us debate, zeros in front of heroes in front of you guys, a live audience. And of course, the audience makes the show. So we need you guys here to help us along,
Yes.
to debate with us, to get involved. It just makes the show that much more interesting. You guys are just as important as we are.
Absolutely. I mean, if not, I would argue that you guys are more important than we are. But,
So this, oh my goodness, Jose already. Greer slacking again.
That doesn't say Greer. This is Green slacking again. I don't know who Green is. Is Tom Green in here and I didn't realize? Is he somewhere in here?
It could be possible.
Shoving gerbils up his butt?
Your bum is on your lips.
Tough. Yeah, this. I don't know. I don't really know, Brian, if this is going to be a tough one. For me, at least. I mean, I'm a little biased because I really only like one of the shows more than the other, and I guess we'll figure which one that is at the end. But we know Tom. You know what? What do you know? What do you know? That my name is Greer and not Green? Clearly not.
Well, technically, I mean, that could mean that you're married to Rachel Green from Friends. That's not too shabby.
She's not a real person, though.
Yeah, but it's okay. This is pretend anyway. You're already with Kim.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm happily taken. Thank you very much.
Listen, don't sleep on Rachel Green, okay?
I can't. I mean, I guess so. But this is not a friends conversation. This is not a friends conversation. Brian says, "I'll take Dino over Astro if I had to choose." Well, that's just pump the brakes a little, Brian. We're like 4 minutes into the show and we're already making decisions. So, guys, like we say to start every show, if you could please share, comment, all your interactions help push us through the almighty algorithm on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, and let more people see us. I actually don't really know how the Twitch algorithm works. I did Twitch stream for a while, and I still don't understand it, but more interaction is better for us. So if you could please share, all of them, hit the little like button, that'd be great, and subscribe, obviously, and hit the little subscribe bell so you know when we're going live every day.
Absolutely.
Or every Wednesday, not every day.
So this week we're going to be talking about two legendary pups in, I guess you consider them both pups. One of them acts like one. in what do you call it, the grand scheme of cartoonery. We've got Dino from the Flintstones, as well as Astro from the Jetsons. To be completely honest, I mean, Dino is my all-time favorite, you know what I mean? So I don't know, how this is going to go. I don't know where you're at on this one.
Mm-hmm. Well, hold on. Let's see what Brian says. That's what happens when you're a historian. I corroborate, close read, and give my hypothesis in a matter of seconds. You are a smart man, Brian. You're a man of few words, but a smart one at that.
He did 3 words in there that it was difficult for us to read.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that hard to find something difficult for me to read. But so guys, who do you think we should start with? Should we start with Dino? Should we start with Astro? What do you guys think? I think this is a pretty easy one. Unfortunately, I feel like you and me are going to wind up agreeing on this one.
It's possible, but I can fight for the other one as well.
Okay, I can't. You see, that's the problem is Jose says Dino. Dino is what we think we should start with. Oh, but Brian says Astro. Jesus. All right. Can we get a third person? Is there a third person in here that can just say Dino or Astro? You just got to say one word, just one of them, and then we'll pick because we're split down the middle right here. I mean, two very similar characters, obviously. But if anything, I wish I had a coin. We need to get a coin, a truly inconsequential coin.
We can have one of those made.
Your favorite blockhead says Dino. Okay, fine. We'll do Dino first. Now, I think not Jose here, Dino. That's funny. Thank you very much, not Jose. Real appreciated. I'm gonna say Dino is consequential because, just because I feel like he's I think I used this. I don't remember who I used this argument for, but the Flintstones are supposed to be just typical middle America family. How husband, wife, kid, dog.
Right.
Dino's that dog. Without that, you lose that normal, stereotypical family dynamic, and I think Dino's the perfect one for that. Plus, I feel like Dino's, out of these two, we'll get to who's more consequential later, is the most well-known in pop culture, like it's Dino. Like to be honest with you, I don't remember many Jetsons live action movies.
Actually, there was not a Jetsons live action movie.
Because that's what I mean. That's why I don't remember.
Which I don't know why they never did. And listen, I'm not.
Because the Flintstones.
I wish they never did any of these as live action.
No, the live action one with John Goodman. With John Goodman was a good movie. That was a really good movie.
No, I still can't believe you think that.
Because it was a good movie.
It was not a good movie.
It was definitely a good movie.
It was a hokey movie, and that's okay.
What did you expect? What did you expect? A serious drama out of the Flintstones?
No, but it was just I can't. I couldn't.
It was a good movie.
Like, I don't know, man. I can't get behind the movie, but I can get behind Dino. Dino is like the epitome of the pet. You know what I mean? In all shows that have come after. I mean, there's the dog that comes, even though he was a dinosaur, there's always the dog that comes in, runs over, knocks over the owner, and licks him up and down and left, right, and sideways, which is what normal dogs do. But Dino, I mean, was the
yeah, and
one.
I feel like also, especially if you're a kid, because obviously it's a cartoon made for kids. Your dream was to have a pet dinosaur. I mean, like a pet dinosaur would have been awesome when you're 9 years old, and that's what Dino was. Dino was like he was a dog, but he was a dinosaur, and I just think all around he's one of the coolest like pets that you could have ever had in cartoons.
And I have always wondered, I mean, look, I get it because it's the dinosaurs, the prehistoric time, but I mean, like, why didn't they just have like a big dog? Why'd they have a dinosaur?
What do you mean?
Well, why'd they have a dinosaur? Like, instead of like
because it's the Flintstones and they were from prehistoric times where there's dinosaurs everywhere.
But they had a saber-toothed tiger. You know what I mean? That they always had to throw out, if you remember.
Yeah, but I think it's a lot more because again, it's a lot more fun when you're in the world full of dinosaurs. Having a dinosaur as a pet would be so much cooler. I feel like it would make a lot more sense for their world. Brian says Flintstones has been ranked above Peanuts by Watch Mojo as number 7 ranked cartoon ever. It's been around at least the 50s. I have to go with Dino. That is much appreciated. Brian Little. Jose says it was a great movie, great practical effects, great story for kids, not angry teenagers like Brim at the time. Around since, cause they're cavemen. That's what I'm saying. Cause they're cavemen. They have dinosaurs as pets. No Dino dog existed at that. No Dino dog existed at that time. Yeah, there were no dogs in. Appreciate Brian. Thank you for liking the stream.
Thank you.
There were no dogs in the Flintstones. I don't think.
That's the thing is I don't remember if there was.
I don't think so.
There were cats because they had the cat.
Well, the saber-toothed tiger.
The saber-toothed tiger.
But I don't think there's any like famous prehistoric dogs. Unless somebody's a big dinosaur prehistoric nut. Brian, you seem to be a genius. If there's any prehistoric dogs, could you just tell me about them because I've never heard of them before?
Yeah, I don't know.
And Dino's just such a lovable character.
Yeah.
I mean, like, to be honest with you, again, we got another like 5 minutes on Dino, and we'll get to Astro, whose name I didn't really remember until I looked at who we were talking about this week. Love the slapstick humor of the Flintstones movie. Exactly, it was great. Look, the second one. What was it? Viva Rock Vegas? Was Viva Rock Vegas?
Oh, that
the
was
second
awful.
One? Okay, that one was. That one took a little bit of a hit because it wasn't as good. But any movie with John Goodman and what's his name? The dude he wasn't in acting anymore. He got punched in the face on the side of the street in Manhattan.
I blanked out.
He was in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Chat, help me.
Oh my God.
Rick Moranis. Thank you. Rick Moranis is Barney Rubble.
Oh my Lord.
Rosie O'Donnell is Betty. Who was Wilma?
I can't remember, but
I don't remember either.
She was important. Yeah, but if you take Dino out, he really doesn't matter because all of the other animal characters in the show.
Yeah, but they don't fulfill the
second one was terrible.
They don't fulfill the pet role. They're all objects, like vacuums or showers or telephones or.
It's true though, because Dino really didn't have, other than sitting and jumping on Fred, there really wasn't much.
Yeah, but they're both
there.
pets though. Like I like you know what I mean? Like they're both like we're literally just like both of these characters that we're talking about are literally just they're at their core just pets. Like they serve no other purpose other than to be the dog that annoys or is a lovable companion to the main characters. You know what I mean? Like consequentially, you could yoink them both out, and it's probably still the same show.
No, because Astro was very, very tight with Elroy. You know what I mean? So Elroy was the kid.
But Dino was really, really tight with Fred.
Yeah, but not really. I mean, Fred was always bitching about Dino.
And so we'll get right here. The second one was terrible. I totally agree with you. Jose actually says, yeah, but if you take Dino out, he really doesn't matter because all the other characters are animals in the show. Actually just read that. Sorry about that. Brian Little says, Rick Moranis. Thank you very much. Jose says, Dino, it really isn't consequential. Ira, thank you, Ira, says Dino was the protector to Pebbles.
Yeah, but I don't know. Listen, I'm not fighting over Dino. I love Dino.
I love Dino. You want to take Jose?
Astro freaking talked and was much more involved with the family and was more of a character to the show because he talked.
That's a good point. I forgot that Astro talked.
Yeah, but he didn't talk all that much, right? I don't remember. It was like a rah rah.
Yeah, well, I think it was like a step down from Scooby.
I think so.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm just kind of basing it off of the fact that I feel like Dino as a character is much more memorable than Astro was. Plus, I think the Flintstones was a better cartoon than the Jetsons was.
No, they were both great cartoons.
Both are great, but
both
I think
great
one
cartoons.
is better.
One is this. It's just the space version, the futuristic version of the Flintstones.
What about the theory that
he rocked like this?
What about the theory that the Jetsons they're from the same time period as the Flintstones? They're just above them the whole time. Did you ever see that?
Oh, no, I didn't, but that's pretty funny.
That the Jetsons and the Flintstones happen at the same time. It's just the Jetsons are up in the air and the Flintstones are on the ground.
I like that theory. That's interesting.
I think it's a fun theory.
I put it this way. I mean, both shows I think were great shows. I think both of them are iconic shows. I think that Flintstones, since they came out first, I do believe that Dino paved the way for an Astro, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, Astro is a very memorable character.
How soon after the Flintstones did the Jetsons come out?
I can't type on the thing while we're on.
Oh, that's true.
What do you call it? But, like maybe a couple years. It wasn't that long, but it was at least a couple years. Let's see. Jose says, well, they were both memorable characters, but if you take Dino out, it won't affect the show.
So 2 years. September, it was 60 was the Flintstones, 62 was the Jetsons. I can you see, I can kind of agree with you in that sense because Dino doesn't have anything more than the pet that's just always constantly getting into hijinks. Like, he literally, the most memorable scene is just Dino jumping on Fred and licking his face.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or Ira's right that he is like a little bit of the protector to Pebbles, but like, he's just, in a sense, he's just a dog. Like, Dino is just a house pet.
And not even a dog, he's a dinosaur. I think that's what made him, different, and
that's what made him cool. Everybody, like I said, everybody wanted a dinosaur as a pet when you're a kid. Actually, in the movie, the Jetsons beat the Flintstones. Astro chased Dino a lot. He was superior in the movie. Maybe we can save Astro after all. Maybe we can save Astro after all.
That's what the show's about.
Look, personally, I like to say the only reason I was fighting for Dino is because Dino's my personal favorite. I like the Flintstones way more than I like the Jetsons anyway.
Yeah.
Zeb says, the Jetsons took place in 2002. It's funny looking back at it now. It's hilarious looking back at it now. Brian Little, Bam Bam could protect Pebbles better than Dino. That's true. Bam Bam's got a club, just bonk someone on the head.
What did Bam Bam use that club for, in their teenage years? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean,
what? That's what I'm talking
about. So we are, man. I guess we're gonna. I mean, we're gonna get there to the end. So we're at like the halfway point. So I guess we should flip over to Astro.
Yeah, we should. I mean, look. At the end of the day, I do think that Dino is extremely important in the grand scheme of pop culture, and I also think that he's extremely important in the grand scheme of the comeuppance of the Jetsons. Hanna-Barbera, the whole nine yards, and
you mean the Flintstones?
I mean, the Jetsons were also the same company.
No, I know, but you were saying it was
Hanna-Barbera, right?
You were saying Dino and the Jetsons. You meant Dino and the Flintstones.
Yes, Dino and the Flintstones, were essential for the Jetsons to come about. They were like, well, the prehistoric thing worked. Let's try the futuristic thing, and here we are. So I think Dino did pave the way for Astro, but Astro was a character in itself. Astro was the dog of the future. Astro was the character that, was very involved in a lot of the storylines, as to where Dino wasn't. Dino was always a background character where Astro was more of the forefront. Now, popularity-wise, of course, Dino was more well-known. You know what I mean? And in the grand scheme of pop culture, he's more well-known. But Astro had a bigger role in the show. If Astro wasn't in the show, certain things wouldn't have happened. Can I remember them off the top of my head? No. But it's been too long since I've watched the show. But at the end of the day, Astro was important. He spoke similar to Scooby-Doo, which I don't know if they came up before or after Scooby-Doo. But if that's the case, did Scooby pave the way for Astro, or did Astro pave the way for Scooby?
7 years later, September 13th. Oh yeah, I forgot. Me and Scooby-Doo have the same birthday.
Happy birthday, Scooby-Doo and Tom Greer.
1969. So like 7 years later.
So Scooby came out 7 years later.
Scooby came out 7 years after the Jetsons.
So without Astro and the way he spoke, all right, maybe Scooby wouldn't have been born. You know what I'm saying?
That's a possibility. Well, I think the fact that Astro's able to have interactions with the characters, in that way, I feel like probably makes him a little bit more consequential in a sense, because he's not just the stereotypical dog, because that's all that's all Dino was. Dino was just a house pet. He was just a dog that was there to lick people's faces, and I believe. Where did he say it? I believe Ira says it. Remember, the Rubbles got Hoppy to play with Dino so Dino could get more screen time. So Dino really wasn't a mainstay on the show itself until the Rubbles got their own little pet.
Jose said he went around giving out the bang bang.
That's for Ban Ban. So yeah, and look, I think what I think that's the thing that kind of does separate Astro from the pack is the fact that Astro does actually speak like an actual,
it's not.
Yeah, exactly. Like he can actually input in. Again, look, I'm not saying that he's going to be inputting in a bunch of conversations. Like he's not putting well thought out sentences together like Garfield from a few episodes ago. But he is able to speak and interact with a lot of the characters and a lot of the characters in the show. So does that make him more important than Dino within the grand scheme of things?
I don't know. It's a tough one, and that's why I was like, I knew this was going to be difficult. It's looking at it, you're like, yeah, Dino. You know what I mean?
Well, because I think we said like Dino is much more popular than than Astro. But I guess does popularity equal being consequential?
Well, that's a good question. We've had that argument before with Reedus. We've as Daryl Dixon. We've had that.
Well, because it's not like who's most popular. It's like, okay, yes, you love him as a character. You love obviously you love them as a character. But if you took them out, does it necessarily change the overall story of the show?
That's the thing, is if you took Dino out, it wouldn't make much of a difference. If you took Astro out, it would make a difference. That's the only issue.
I wish that like we could have like specific instances in which Astro would have made a bigger impact in the show to support that a little bit. I agree. I agree solely on the fact that Astro speaks.
Yeah.
If Dino spoke, like if Dino could talk to the other characters, I think we have another argument. But Astro was able to be another main character rather than just be the pet that is just there to be the quintessential house pet of a normal middle America family.
It's crazy. You don't think about it until you actually get it down to the nuts and bolts of it. But I think Astro's coming out a lot hotter than he was going in.
Yeah, but which is weird because to be honest with you, like I said, when we were getting into this episode, I totally forgot Astro's name. I totally forgot what the dog's name from the Jetsons was. But
shame on you.
I remember. Look, I like the Flintstones more than I like the Jetsons, to be honest with you. And the Flintstones is a better cartoon because the Flintstones got 2 movies and the Jetsons didn't.
I think it's because it was an easier cartoon to do, easier live adaptation to do than the
probably back then. Probably
you know what
in the
I mean?
90s, it's probably easier to do a Flintstones movie than a Jetsons movie.
Big and boisterous rather.
But
than
and also I think dinosaurs are much cooler than just looking into the future. Looking into the future, we have Star Wars.
Yeah, Jose says, but that's what I am saying, because Astro can speak. That makes him more of a character to his show. So he edges Dino. Also, Dino was surrounded by animals on that show that could fill the role he fills, and even some that spoke too. That's true. The trash compactor spoke, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the trash. How did all the other dinosaurs do it? They all spoke, but Dino didn't.
Yeah, Dino's he's like dill pickles from That's I guess it's a very valid point.
Yes.
That there was many other animals that were a part of the show had different you could almost say that the animals that were like furniture or like household equipment, like the vacuum cleaner or the shower, they were more consequential than Dino because they were showing like real life situations within prehistoric times. So they'd even be more consequential than Dino because without the elephant being their shower, everybody in the Flintstones smells bad, or nobody can vacuum their floors, or Fred can't play golf if he wasn't it like flamingos or something like that?
I don't know.
Some animal to play golf with. I don't know.
But you do realize that they didn't really do that back in the prehistoric days, right? I just want to make sure you knew this. I just want to.
They didn't actually use woolly mammoths to take showers.
No, they didn't. They didn't. It would have been really cool if they did, though.
Like Pluto and Disney, all dogs talk but him. Yeah, I guess that's true. Ira, we had the Pluto versus Woodstock debate already. You can go back and watch that one if you missed it.
I forgot who won that one.
I think Woodstock wound up winning that one. I think so. Even though we found out a while later that Woodstock hadn't even had a name for like decades into his existence. So,
but people know him. They know Pluto too. But that's not what
That's not what this is about. This is about Astro versus Dino, and I don't know. This was Brim. You sick? Well, you're looking deflated today. Tom, carry on. He does not look deflated.
What? Do I really?
I think your light's just too bright, and you're looking a little pale on it.
Okay. So
I think that's the case.
I can change that.
Yeah.
All right,
but no, I appreciate your we gotta get something. We gotta figure out something to put together to send to Jose. Not to single out anybody else that's in the chat, but Jose's here every week. Brian, you're here every week. Everybody that's here every week, we very much appreciate it. But Jose's like basically been an A1 since day one with the show. Him and Mary probably deserve like something to be sent to them.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. What do you call it? Is that any better? I made my thing blue, so now I'm blue. Yeah, no, I'm tired, man. What do you call? I don't know what it's been for the last like few days. I've just been wiped out. But this debate I think is going to be a tough split. Because Astro is very important. People still relate to Astro. They still like the character. Just not as much as Dino per se.
That's the thing, though. Is like I think it's you sitting there sipping whiskey. That'd be awesome.
Not whiskey.
But that's the thing, though. Like, I don't know if enough people are gonna remember Astro. He's an important character to the show, regardless. I get it, but I don't know if enough people are gonna remember Astro. I think more people would remember Dino, but I don't. Again, I think it's the same conversation. Just popularity really equal consequentiality, and I don't necessarily think it does. You know what I mean? Like, Mr. Potato Head is a massive character within Toy Story. If you yoinked Mr. Potato Head out, sure, you're going to be missing some funny lines, but does it really change the story of the movie? No, it doesn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I guess being popular doesn't necessarily mean you're consequential. So what will the debate be next week? I actually don't know off the top of my head. Should I tell them? Because I think I could find it right here.
Yeah, it's on the official website.
It is Muttley versus Sprocket from Fraggle Rock.
Yep.
That's going to be an interesting one. I got to go back and watch Fraggle Rock because I haven't watched Fraggle Rock in a long time. It's been a minute. I think the last Fraggle Rock I watched was the Christmas special. Astro wins. It's pretty clear. Yeah, you know what? I feel like it is.
I feel like it sad is because I really wanted Dino to win. I went in saying, yeah, I want Dino to win, and I knew we were going to agree on that. But Astro was really coming out. I knew I was going to have to fight for Astro a little bit. But at the end of the day, like I still didn't think Astro was going to come out. I think
it's because I feel like the Flintstones is more of a popular show than the Jetsons was, and I think Dino just being the character that Dino is, it's a crazy dog that's really a dinosaur, and every kid would love to have a dinosaur as a pet. I think all of those factors play in, especially also since the Flintstones had 2 live-action movies. I think all of that plays into the fact that more people are going to remember Dino than they are going to remember Astro.
True.
But Astro is more important to his show than Dino was.
Which is really crazy. It's crazy. Was Dino more, since you did watch the movies? I did too. I just don't remember them because they were that bad. But
the first one was good. Taking that to the grave.
Was Dino important in either of those movies? Was he like an important factor, or was he just there?
He's just Dino. He's the same Dino that he's always been. Is just the dog. He's the family dog. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. I think that we have an early win here by Astro, which is kind of like shocking. It's very shocking. I didn't expect that going into this. Jose says it's the talking man. That talking part played a big role.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ira says you called it. Dino is more popular, but is inconsequential compared to Astro. Astro is more consequential, and it's sad to say, Dino, but you are inconsequential. Truly. I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it happens.
That breaks both our hearts.
Yeah, because I love Dino. Like I said, I love Dino. Flintstones light years better cartoon than the Jetsons is.
It's a different cartoon. It's not better. It's not worse.
I think it's
just a different cartoon. You can't compare.
Well, it's like the same cartoon put in different time periods. That's pretty much it. It's virtually the same thing. In the movies, it was the same deal. No talking from Dino, and almost all the other animals had more character. Yep. All right. Again, I totally agree with you. It's just all Dino was there to be was to be the family dog. That was his only purpose. That was it.
If we were gonna go with which one is the more lovable dog or more lovable character, it's Dino hands down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Astro wouldn't even hold the torch.
But we're talking just importance and consequentiality and importance to their show, and Astro wins by a landslide.
He wins? Oh my goodness! So the question here now is: Did Astro and did characters like Dino and Astro help pave the way for Scooby-Doo? And did Scooby-Doo help pave the way to Courage?
Well, I think directly. I think Scooby-Doo directly paved the way for Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Yeah. By the way, guys, next week, Greer and I can tell you that our guest is again our friend Marty Grabstein, Courage the Cowardly Dog.
That's this week, by the way.
Oh, this week. I'm sorry. That's coming. Yeah. That's this week, but next week is when the movie comes out.
Yes, next week is when the movie comes out.
Sorry about that. This week, Marty Grabstein's on the show promoting because next week, which is Mr. Greer's birthday week, so wish him a happy birthday.
Yes.
What do you call it? We have what do you call it? The brand new movie. I can't believe it. Straight Out of Nowhere. That's what it is. Straight Out of Nowhere. Scooby-Doo meets Courage the Cowardly Dog. So you guys definitely want to check that out.
Yes,
it's going to be a really fun movie.
Yeah. Astro versus Rosie, the robot maid. Ooh. It's Rosie, the robot maid.
Yeah.
She had more. That's not. That one is also not even a question. Like sure. Astro talked. Thank you very much, Jose. Very much appreciated. Astro talked, but Rosie was like directly involved with the whole crew the entire time. Yeah. Like she's a main character. Like it's literally, she's just a member of the family. She light years more important than Astro. But I appreciate that throw in there, Ira.
I mean, listen, Astro was part of the family too, and Astro did, and was involved.
Stewie vs. Baby from Dinosaur. That's a good one.
Oh, that's a good one.
That is a good
throw
one.
That one in.
Yeah.
Ooh, ouch. That's gonna be interesting.
Who did we pin it against Maggie from The Simpsons?
Dill
Pickles. Yep, that was the Dill Pickles episode. Yeah. So we really should have saved that one for Maggie. We should have done Maggie and Stewie, but it's okay.
Yeah.
I've been there, done that.
Yeah, that would have been a good one.
Yeah.
So Stewie versus Baby from Dinosaurs. I'm down for that one. We can add that one in.
We'll put that on the list. We appreciate your input, Jose. You, like I said, you are a loyal listener and viewer, and I very much appreciate it. Same as you, Ira. Ira, you tell me all the time how much you enjoy the show and how much you like to tune in for either the audio version or the video version. So again, everybody that's here, thank you so much. You guys are literally the most amazing people in the entire world.
Also, Ira, what do you call it? Usually we don't do two characters from the same show for a regular episode, but if you have any ideas, what do you call it? Love to hear them because I know you got a ton of those up in your head. And guys, if you want to check Ira out, he does the great show called Circling the Drain. Him and his crew are fantastic. They do it on Wednesday nights.
Yep.
So you can catch that on Facebook, and then thereafter on all over.
They're all over podcasting platforms. I don't have the list. I barely can remember our syndicate, so I don't have the list of theirs in my head. So, but yeah, go check out Circling the Drain. They're absolutely amazing. They're absolutely hilarious. Probably I get to engineer some of their shows on and off weeks, and it's some of the most fun that I've had podcasting. So definitely check them out. But so yeah, I guess it's unanimous. Ira, thank you so much for liking the stream. Now we got the little alerts that play now. I'm very much liking that. So it's unanimous. Astro, consequential. Dino, inconsequential. We need to get a stamp. I wish I can get a graphic that would just do inconsequential.
We could probably do that.
I got to figure that out.
All we need to do is do the GIF. right?
Yeah, but I mean, like, I want to be able to, like, have it go over whoever we're deeming inconsequential.
Oh.
That would be an in the moment kind of thing.
Yeah.
So unless we did, like, imagine we did, like, show prep where we talked about this before the show. Imagine. That'd be crazy. But guys, thank you so much for being here. Like I always say, like, share, comment on the streams, because the only thing to get more people to watch us and more people a part of these conversations is you guys interacting, because the more interaction we get, the more people can see us, the more we get pushed through the almighty algorithm, because our world is run by algorithms now.
Awesome.
We're one step away from iRobot.
We thank you. We appreciate you. As Mr. Greer always says,
Rate, review, subscribe, and follow.
Yes, and make sure to catch us on Thursday nights. Remember, you can go and listen to new episodes of the Grindhouse Radio, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on all your favorite platforms. If you don't know where to look, go to thegrindhouseradio.com. Also, you want to catch all the back episodes. We got some awesome episodes, amazing guests. Check out the guest list. You can pick from a tremendous amount of really cool people all throughout the entertainment industry. And also check out our Grindhouse Radio store, where you can get all the swag that you can possibly think of, including some artwork from our very own number one, A1 from day one is what you call it,
yeah.
Mr. Jose Hernandez over there. So thank you so much, guys. We love you. We appreciate you, and we'll see you guys again next week.
So long.